It's been 8 years since Louisville and Jefferson County merged governments. What's working and what could use some help? Merger 2.0 might offer some solutions. And to ensure that city departments are operating at their very best, Mayor Fisher's reviewing Metro Animal Services. We'll take a look at what they hope to improve coming up on this episode of the 502 Report. Hi everyone, I'm Matt Schuster and welcome to this episode of the 502 Report. There's no question that kids are important to our future and we've got to equip them with the right tools and support to help them succeed. 2 new programs are helping high school age kids do just that.
Some extra guidance and support can make a difference and land more high-need high schoolers in college. That's the hope of project organizers who will be mentoring students from 3 Louisville high schools, Shawnee, Moore, and Fern Creek.
I believe that if every person is given expectation, discipline, and structure, they can achieve anything. And it's up to us in the broader community to make sure that that happens. Encourage them to attend college or enroll in a trade school. And that's why today's announcement is so important.
The program will provide mentors through U of L and Kentucky State University to a total of 600 area high school students over 5 years.
Hire a college coach at each school and will be used to mentor students individually, provide them academic support, but also provide students with the opportunity to visit college campuses, meet with college faculty, and learn more about the college experience so they'll be comfortable with that transition.
We are talking about prevention. Normally we are running after the crisis, not preparing for the crisis.
Helping teenagers avoid risky behavior and unhealthy relationships is the goal of a new program at the University of Louisville called CHAMPS. Thanks to a federal grant, the Kent School of Social Work will help 10 local organizations address issues like teen pregnancy, violence, and STD transmission.
To the faculty at U of L and other mentors around the community, may be the first time for many of these teens to understand that they can be anything they want to. But somebody's got to tell them that, they got to believe in them, they got to provide them the structure. And while a lot of us take that for granted, folks from a more troubled background sometimes have never had somebody say they believe in them. This program is going to help with that.
CHAMPS will serve about 1,260 kids ages 14 to 19. Each participant will sign up for a relationship course, and researchers will follow up with them to see which program works the best.
This will not only have an impact here in Louisville, but also nationally to be able to help the whole community of the United States know what are the best strategies for reducing this particular problem.
Saying it's time to review the results of a merged city-county government, Mayor Greg Fisher signed an executive order creating the Merger 2.0 Task Force. The 23-member panel will focus on issues surrounding services like recycling, garbage and junk pickup, and fire protection. Right now, residents of the Urban Services District pay higher property taxes in exchange for extra city services.
What's been working well, what hasn't been working so well, what can be improved, and what should stay the same. And so we need to examine how we can make Louisville an easy place to start, grow, and attract businesses as part of this process as well.
Mayor Greg Fisher has ordered a full review of the Metro Animal Services Department. Citing concerns over animal welfare and public safety, the review will focus on how Metro Animal Services cares for animals, policies and procedures for euthanasia, and the city's adoption rate.
There's some good folks working at Animal Services that may not have the tools, may not have the right policies or procedures, may not have the right training, but we want to make sure that everybody sees that we're doing the very best that we can do here in Louisville with our animal services.
This is the second review Fisher has announced following Public Works and Assets to ensure that all city departments are operating at their best. In the line of duty, LMPD officers see and experience extreme situations. Over time, those experiences can have a negative effect. And that's why the Louisville Metro Police Foundation is creating the LMPD Officer and Member in Distress Fund to offer critical financial support to staff and officers who suffer tragedies.
We have made 2 such donations already. The first one of those was to the deceased officer Paul Pegram and his family. We gave them a gift to provide some support for the funeral and other expenses. And most recently, we helped support Jody Speaks and his family during his time of need when he was shot in the line of duty.
$25,000 has been placed in the fund for 2011.
You've just pulled over a vehicle with stolen plates.
And a Could You Do It public awareness campaign is being launched right now to show support for LMPD officers and staff. The Frazier History Museum's newest exhibit, The Good, the Bad, and the Cuddly, featuring TV and movie-inspired toys from the last 100 years, is bringing out the kid in everyone. And now it's helping some less fortunate kids. Now, through March 27th, Frazier Museum guests who bring a new or gently used toy will receive $2 off admission for everyone in their party and a 20% off coupon for the Frazier Museum store. Toys will be donated to Louisville's Home of the Innocents. By unanimous vote of 26-0, District 10 Councilman Jim King was elected president of the Louisville Metro Council during its first meeting of 2011. The new president cited redistricting the 26 council districts, focusing on crime and expanding services outside of the Urban Services District as his top priorities for this year. Kathleen Herron was elected Metro Council clerk by unanimous vote. She's held that position since the first Metro Council went into operation in 2003. District 24 Councilwoman Madonna Flood was re-elected to serve as majority leader and caucus chair. Councilwoman Barbara Shanklin, who represents Newburgh and Norfolk, was selected as vice chairman of the caucus. District 7's Ken Fleming is the minority caucus chair, and Kevin Kramer from District 11 is the vice chair. It may be the dead of winter, but nevertheless, Louisville's getting a little greener with 2 new eco-friendly projects. The Newburgh Library, already a green building, recently had a solar roof installed and solar and wind power outdoor lighting added. The second project installed a combination of solar, thermal, and photovoltaic panels at the Metro Development Center on 5th Street.
By encouraging sustainable thinking and behavior by all citizens, beginning with Metro government, we should be the model. We can protect the environment, support energy conservation, save money, become a more desirable place to live, all at the same time.
Both projects were funded with $1.4 million through an Energy Efficiency and Conservation Block Grant made possible by the American Recovery and Reinvestment Act. Giving back through community service is something Mayor Fisher deeply values, and recently several hundred residents joined him to kick off the Metrowide Day of Service.
When we can organize and do things like this for the community, it's a way of us saying thank you to each other as well as to the communities.
After the rally, volunteers fanned out across the community to 50 sites where they spent several hours painting, organizing, and building. About 870 volunteers aged 8 to 92 did a variety of jobs with local nonprofits like the Americana Community Center, Gilda's Club, and the Salvation Army.
This award recognizes individuals who have a living legacy to the values of Reverend King.
On the eve of the Martin Luther King holiday, Mayor Greg Fisher awarded Metro's Freedom Award to entrepreneur Charlie Johnson at the Kentucky Center.
Dr. King said in 1963, "We must combine the toughness of the serpent and the softness of the dove, a tough mind and a tender heart." Those words remind me quite a bit of Charlie Johnson and the manner in which he approaches life and the people he comes in contact with.
Johnson is a former football player and businessman who built one of the largest minority-owned companies in the nation. He's involved in many community organizations, has supported and established scholarship funds, and is working to revitalize Louisville's inner city through Emmanuel Realty, LLC.
Get back involved in your local schools. Get back involved in your government so your voice will be heard.
The Freedom Award recognizes citizens who dedicated their lives to promoting justice, peace, equality, and activism. Ben Richmond, Raoul Cunningham, and Ed Hamilton are among the previous winners of the award, which has been given out since 1987. The celebration included honoring Dr. King with a free concert, Keepers of the Dream, including musical and theatrical numbers.
Red or blue color trails of blood. It just don't matter. Sucker died for your life when my shotgun scattered.
I have a dream.
That's all for this episode of the 502 Report. Thanks so much for joining us. Until next time, I'm Matt Schuster. Make it a great day.
Metro TV, a public service of Louisville Metro government.